to do. And this is before we did not sleep together yet. We didn't do nothing. It was just all phone. When that man said we gonna raise this girl, and even with that, I'm like, I like believed him.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, we gonna raise her, and we gonna do this, and we gonna do that, and she's gonna know who her biological father is, and I'm no liar. I don't do that, and like even down to telling my mom and dad what he did for a living. I said, Kente, when we go in here, you gonna say you do construction. Don't say you sell drugs.
Now,
What you do for a living? I ain't gonna lie. I've been on my own since I was 14 years old. I'm in the streets. My stomach. My
was it your
dad.
feet?
My dad was like,
Mhm.
or when he was late one day, I said, "Can say where was you at?" I ain't gonna lie, you was bugging me about your hair. Is it drought outside? I was watching Netflix with this girl. She started sucking me off, and I did it to her. I don't love her, but
So it's crazy that you bring that up because I have a person that don't lie either. And it's sometimes I be like, I wish you had to just lie. Like, you ever be like, and I know they say like the truth hurt,
yes,
but like, spare my feelings. Like, spare my feelings, sir.
But would you rather had heard him say it, or you rather had somebody else? You
I
rather
would
had
rather
found out?
Yeah, I would rather the person say it.
Mhm.
Like, I would rather them say it.
Yeah.
However, old me would have been like ready to rumble, but new me is just like, all right, I'm gonna just take this L on the chin, and all right, but I'm gonna get my lick back.
That's another thing I had to work on. So getting the lick back. It's too much energy.
Ain't
It's
it
too much.
draining?
It's very draining. And you know how we hit below the ankle. So when you acting like when you planning something, it be like I'm going to run him over and I'm going to shred his body apart and then put it in the freezer and then eat it. Like, it'd be crazy.
Nah, I really
like
a person had to jump out the way because I was running you down.
Yeah, it's like, why do... It's like, now, I may have been over exaggerational, but when you really be thinking about stuff, all types of crazy stuff come to your mind, you're like, that's not even me. I'm not even that type of person.
That's why I don't drink no more, because when you have those outlandish thoughts, what they call it, intrusive thoughts or whatever.
Yes.
Like, they be winning, because I was out here doing the most.
Child.
But once I stopped drinking and I was able to like regulate my emotions better, I was just like, all right, you got that one. I'm not going to put candy bars in your gas tank. I'm going to just let you have that one. I'm not going to call the 17 girls that I got saved in my phone from your phone. I'm not going to call them. I'm going to just let you have that one.
Did you say the 17 girls that you had saved in your phone from his phone? Okay. All right. Okay.
And I was like bad with it too. Like, I would do stuff like, I would figure out, I'm like good with numbers. You know that. Like, I always remember birthdays, phone numbers, like all of that. So for whatever reason, I could always figure out passwords. And I would like for instance, when iPhones was just like becoming a thing. And this might be telling too much, but I logged out of my Apple ID and logged in with that person's Apple ID and pulled up everything. Everything. Like, and I acted on, all the thoughts came and I acted on them. But I'm a new me today. We still cool.
He's still cool.
We still cool. He probably gonna see this.
Now, with going in people's phone, I feel like I never had the I never had the courage to do it, right? But with the narc, his phone is like God. It had to be God, because his phone was laying flat, face up on our floor while he was in the shower, and all I seen was hearts and kissy faces. And this lady told him, "You saved my soul." I thought God can only save our soul. When I was reading the message here, I go, "Wait a minute, Daphne. Is this your messages from when he was married the first time? Or is this somebody else's message?" They like what's the same. Now, to save my soul, yeah, you ain't save my soul. But all the things, honey, I'm about to drop this off. I'm on my way to you, and child, I was like, I was on the handshake. My hands was like, what should I do? Like, what? It's like you don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do.
Now that you got the information, what do you want to do?
You don't know what to do.
I think we just want to see it. We know the person is no good. We just gotta see it. Why?
It's like, why do we do that? It's like God gave you the signs.
Yeah.
He gave you the signs.
Right.
And you still just be like, I know God, but let me see it for myself.
Jumping out of bushes and stuff. Like, why do we do that?
No, I ain't jump out.
I jumped out of bush.
All right.
Okay.
Next question.
All right. So what are you going to do with your kids or for your kids to ensure that they don't have some of the same not so good experiences that you had as a child?
So when I was pregnant with my daughter is 16 now.
Mm-hmm.
My primary goal was to never let her feel how I felt as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And not that I had a horrible childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, compared to some people I know, I had an amazing childhood.
Mm-hmm.
We traveled. I never wanted for nothing. I never lacked anywhere. But it still was like a piece missing.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes me back to like my mother not being a nurturer.
Okay.
So like even to this day, I tell my daughter I love her all the time. I tell her that she's beautiful. I like literally I call her pretty girl like all the time. Like even it's so annoying to the point where I'm like, Dill, come on, get up, show the world you're beautiful. And she'd be like, Mom, oh, like enough. And I like, it's just something that I say all the time because I know what it feels to like not have that love. Like, not that I wasn't loved, but it was not in a way where I felt it.
Yes.
It was like, oh, I know they love me because they protected me. They're making sure, that I have all the things.
Yes.
But like they ain't hug me.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't tell me that they love me.
Mm-hmm.
Those things. So like I always wanted my children to feel loved. And like even with my son, he takes mama's boy to a whole nother level, but he's so affectionate. Like he's so affectionate. It's even to the point where I'd be like, all right, Oz. Like, okay. Like he will sit next to me and he will be like this. Like something on me has to touch something on him.
Right.
And while now I'm like, all right, this is like excessive. But it's just like, imagine I go back to my younger self and like, imagine like not having it. You know what I mean? So like, yes. I just want them to feel loved, nurtured, cared for. It's not about things.
Yes.
It's not about materialistic things. Like, yes, I buy them things. We go on trips, all of that. But more so the priceless things.
Yes.
That are most important.
Yes. 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 All right. So Tell us about the new grown up Ashley. Like, how would you describe yourself
The new me is a
today?
whole new site. So today, I mean, I'm a completely different woman. Even over the last, I want to say the last maybe 10 months, I've just done like a complete transformation. And I know it's like cliche to say like God did this and it was all God, but you know, like I've been in church my whole life. Like I literally came up in church as I was with my grandmother every day. I mean, we went to church on Mondays for council meeting, on Tuesdays for Bible study, on Wednesdays brotherhood, Thursdays it was this, and Saturday it was choir rehearsal. Then Sunday, like it was just a thing for me.
Right.
And so I had, you know, obviously I strayed from that multiple times. But this last time it was something like deep within me that was like, you're not going to get through this one without God. And so like I changed everything. I even changed the church that I go to. I was in one church, like my family church or whatever. And I remember like my family's been in that church my whole life before I was born. You know, grandma joined that church probably in like the early 80s, like 82, 83, somewhere in there. So before I was born. And I remember going in that church one day and I literally felt worse coming out than I did going in. And that's when I knew like I can't do this.
Right.
And so it was like I was hanging on because it was like a loyalty thing. I felt closer to grandma
Right.
being at that church, but my soul was not being fed.
Yes.
And so I left and I didn't go to church for a couple months. And then I was just in like a real crazy place. Like I won't say it was a dark place, but I was like craving something. Like I knew that something was missing. And I happened to see, I'm doom scrolling on Facebook, and I happened to see an ad for a church. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna check this church out. It looks pretty cool. You know, it's young. I'm gonna check it out. And I rode all the way to the church and I sat in a parking lot and I could not move. I could not get out the car to go into this church. And I was like, why am I stuck? Like, what is it that I'm stuck? Like, I felt like I was portraying my old church family. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't get out the car. And so I remember having a conversation with my best friend. And I was like, I'm sitting in a parking lot and I can't get out the car to go into this church. And she was like, girl, get out the car and go to church. Call me later. And I get out the car and I went in the church, and I've been like an active member in that church since that day. And it was over a year ago. I remember it was June 30th last year. And I've only missed 2 Sundays.
Wow.
One because I was in Puerto Rico and the other one because I was in Atlanta. Every single Sunday outside of those 2, I have been at that church.
Yes.
And I just see like the transition. I've met some like amazing women of God. Like I love these women. I joined small groups. I was never doing that before. I even led a small group more recently. So like this new person, I'm just like so excited for like everything that she has to offer the world. Like I thank God every day because like I could still be drinking. I could still be going to after hours because I could still be falling asleep in the McDonald's drive-through. Like I could still be doing like all of those things, but like I really feel like God saved me. And like it's not, I know it's cliche and like everyone's on like their spiritual journeys, but like I really thank God for like where I am today. Like I just wanted to be like a better example for my kids. Like my son recently got baptized. He loves going to church. Like it's like just to be a good example of like what like a real woman of God is supposed to be. And like, no, I'm not perfect. I still cuss out the person that cut me off on the road. Like not to them directly, but you know, I'm not perfect, but I'm a far cry from where I was a year ago. I've took leaps and bounds of the woman that I was 5 years ago. And like literally it was the Lord. Like, and when I say the Lord, I mean Jesus Christ. I don't mean, and no offense to any other religion, but Jesus Christ, the blood of Jesus saved me. And,
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes, and more yes. So we're going to do something unique today. Me and my cousin, we're going to make a pact today because we're both in this season of growth. We have children. Well, I have a daughter. She has two children, and I want us to make a pact on here because our relationship has been so up and down. And just when I think about family and just everybody else, it's like even in family beefs, it's always what somebody said, or the person wasn't even there, or like generational stuff where we wasn't even. Like we just talked about that. Yes, like my dad leg got cut off. You wasn't born. I was 3. Like what? How do I know what? I don't know what he was doing in that moment. So I want to make a pact because we're first cousins. Like that's special, and we can never break that bond. You say?
Yes.
So we're going to hug and we're going to say we love each other on camera because I don't think we ever hugged. Ain't that crazy?
Before we do this, because I want to circle back a little bit in regards to like the journey.
Yes.
So,
sure.
Like I said, I was like going to small groups, and I was in this one particular small group called The Hard Good. And it's a book. I'll send you all the deets.
Yes.
But it talks about grief and loss, and not the book talks about death, but in the small group, it was loss, all kinds of loss. So it didn't necessarily have to be death. And obviously your dad came up in the group. You came up in the group because at that time we were not speaking. And so I shared in the group, and I remember somebody saying like, y'all gonna work that out. And I'm like, I'm tired of being the bigger person. I'm tired of always being the one that gotta, take everything and just, go speak first. And I'm just tired of that. I'm not doing it this time. I'm not doing it. And so the Lord was like, you're going to do it. And for months I was like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. And I remember you texting me on New Year's, and you was like, can't go into the new year mad. Happy New Year or something, like something of the sort. And I wasn't irritated, but I was petty because I literally had your name in there as my uncle daughter. petty, like God was still working on me. Right. And so it popped up, and it was like, Happy New Year, can't go into the new year mad. And I first, I was like, Happy New Year or whatever, but it was like real short. And God was just like, you're going to talk to her. And so I remember calling you on my birthday, and I was like, or I might have texted you or something, and I was like, I'm about to go lead this small group, but do you have time to talk afterwards? And you was like, yeah, we can talk or whatever. And so, like, not to get like too into like all of these, but like we had a conversation and we kind of hashed out like what our grievances were. You were offended about some things, I was offended about some things, and we talked it out, and that right there showed me that like, oh, you changing, like with the big C, because I was like, it didn't even feel forced. It didn't feel like, oh, I'm doing this because like I want to prove that, like I am.
Yeah.
But it was just like, nah, like I ain't feel no way about it. And I told you on the conversation, I was like, I just want to do this for me. I don't know if we ever going to speak again after this conversation, but like, this is just what I want to do.
Yes.
And, we were able to hash it out, and things have been like on the upward trajectory. Just because I think we're both in spaces of our healing journey.
Yes.
That allowed us to be able to put like all those grievances and offenses to the side, and like really think about the bigger picture of like who wants to, and for me it was, who wants to die and not make amends.
Right.
And I was just like, let me just go ahead and do this. And God was like, I told you. And even like one of my, like I call her, she don't even know that she's like a spiritual mentor to me. But like when I told her about it, and she was like, girl, it's going to be fine. You're going to pray about it. Y'all going to hash it out, and everything going to be good. And I was just like, but what if it ain't? And she was like, it ain't, what if it ain't? Like, it's going to be good.
Yes.
And so, it happened. And like I'm here. This time last year, I didn't think I would be sitting on a podcast having a conversation with you, let alone talking to you outside of the public, seeing us talking to each other. Like, I was just like, oh, I'm devastated. I don't have nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say. Oh, well.
Right.
But like today, I'm like, I really see, like, that was a prime example of like, girl, like you growing up.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah.
It's just funny to see how, even with both of us on both sides, how we are doing things that's not familiar to us. Like, that's not normal. It's like unnormal for us to be young and going to church and really taking it serious and, breaking down these generational curses and also embracing these generational blessings because you like to pull everything positive out of what happens. So on camera, me and my cousin, we're going to hug. I don't think we ever hugged before. That is like horrible.
First of all, we hugged.
When?
I don't want to tell you when. I'm not going to tell you when, because
though? Can you remember?
I remember.
When? My dad's funeral?
The preview.
The what you call it?
The preview.
The preview, right? But before that, when? Before
then, I don't know.
Exactly.
But that day, we hugged. And I feel like it was more so like me, like, it wasn't like it was more like a me consoling.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a
hug.
like full embrace type situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we didn't do that. So we're going to hug. I love you.
We're sick. So like, even with that, like, just being able to hug and it not be like a sad, reason or something like that. Like, I think like it's just something that should be practiced more. And like our family, I just feel like we not real affectionate, some people in our family are like not real affectionate. I'm not really affectionate. And that's been like a complaint. But I'm learning.
Yes.
I'm getting there. Yes. I'm learning to be more affectionate. I'm learning to be more nurturing.
Yes.
All the womanly things.
Yes.
Because I was told that I'm like a dude. But I'm changing it.
That's good.
Like, progress is progress. So, yeah.
Okay, so we talked about situationships and all of those type of things. So, what do you see in your future mate? I want to say your future husband. I want to speak that. Your
My
future
future husband
husband.
is somebody I don't gotta take care of. So, no, my future husband is someone who I can be my whole authentic self with. I don't have
Yes.
to put on like any filters. I could just be myself. Someone that I can communicate with easily. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just free flowing.
Yes.
Someone who is trustworthy, is honest. I don't want to say like provider and all of that. Like, yes, manners, but that's what you're supposed to do anyway. So that's
Yes.
not um but for like someone, I'm goofy and like witty, and I need someone who is on the same trajectory. Like we have to laugh.
Yes.
We have to joke about each other. Like we have to find the good in the not so good times. Someone who like enjoys being a leader.
Mm.
Like not I when I say enjoy it, not like leading with like stomping around, like no, like
Yes.
enjoys being a leader.
Yes.
A man of God. Like you
Mm.
have to be a God fearing man.
Amen.
I don't want nobody that's, and again, no shade to no other religions, but I don't want someone who does not fear the Lord, my Lord,
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Someone who is accepting of the fact that I have like two children and just all the things. Like I shouldn't have to tell you what to do. Like just do it.
Yes.
Like yeah.
Yes. All right. So we are going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for coming and just pouring out your soul on my podcast. You didn't hold anything back.
Why you gotta be so extra all the time?
Thank you guys for tuning in to Just Daphne, and I hope to see you soon.